Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Interview, a new show on RoTV where we invite prominent figures around the Roblox entertainment space. I'm Grady Catalano.
And I'm Casper. Today we invite the owner of RBC Television, a channel that is known for their RBC news program. Based in Iceland, this person has been one of the top contributors in Roblox entertainment.
With a total of 4,400 subscribers and collectively 271,000 views on YouTube, the man himself has entered the building. Please welcome Joni. Hello, Joni. Welcome to The Interview. How are you doing today?
Hello, thank you. I'm doing amazing.
Glad to hear that. Well, we know you have to go soon, so we definitely want to get this interview in the works. So let's start with your passion for television. Um, did it start at a young age? Did you feel like at a young age, this type of television was something I wanted to do? And do you plan on taking these skills and turning it into some sort of real life occupation?
Well, basically, I grew up in the same street as the biggest privately owned TV station in Iceland, so I really got to know the TV industry, and it always fascinated me. It kind of just came naturally.
Well, it sounds like you have a nice plan for what you want to do, and law school always sounds fun.
Well, I do want to become a journalist in my future, but I also want to have a job outside of the TV industry. I actually applied for law school last week, so realistically, I don't think I will work in the TV industry my whole life.
Alright, thank you. So I just have a quick question here. We all know that RBC blew up last year, but how did it all start in the first place? How old is RBC really?
Well, I started working on RBC in late 2018 after I watched a movie about a news anchor and thought, why can't I play games like these on Roblox? I started looking for games and didn't really find any, so I just decided to make one of my own.
Was RBC the first name, or are there any other names, like previously used names for your television channel?
We started as GNN, and then a few months later, we called ourselves BBC Roblox. And then in 2019, we changed our name to RBC.
All right, thank you.
Yes, they have. I mean, you guys have quite a rich history, and I mean, 2018 is quite old, honestly. Do you remember the first show that was produced by RBC or was called GNN at the time? What was the first show produced by GNN?
Well, the TV production didn't start until 2023, so up until that point, everything was made just for roleplay. The first show we did was probably The Star in 2023.
You know, we did know about the Star. You guys also did like RBC Song Contest, right? Um, Also Good Morning Roblox, I've heard, is a good production from you guys. A lot of shows like these.
Yes, we tried multiple shows, lol.
We also know that you guys. I mean, it wasn't the Star was like your biggest show. It was supposed to be your biggest show. Um, however, we did hear that it got canceled somehow due to who knows why. Are you able to tell us why it got canceled? Are you able to share that with us?
Well, we had very big plans for the show, and we just didn't really get the right audience for it. Like, no one wanted to come to the recordings, and the contestants didn't show up, so we couldn't continue the production. We had spent too much time on it, so we just had to move on to other shows at that point.
Do you have plans to like bring it back?
Well, I don't think we will bring the Star back. I do kind of hope that we will one day bring back RBC Song Contest, but I doubt it.
I mean, it's always a challenge to make something like the song contest as well, which I do want to get to in a moment. But I think Casper and I have a question that we want to talk about with RBC News.
Yes, thank you. So, as you're aware, the biggest kind of like program that RBC hosts is the RBC News, and it's been with the company for a very long time. And I think we can all agree like it's the most watched Roblox news program. And I was just wondering, how has RBC News changed throughout the years? And has it like always been called RBC News, or did it have another name previously?
Well, it's actually a very funny story how it started. Max, one of the staff at RBC, decided to make a news broadcast for fun, and well, the quality was kind of bad, so I decided to remake the graphics for it a few months later, and then we started doing a couple broadcasts, and all of a sudden, it kind of just blew up. The news had a couple of names during the time we have been airing them. Feast, we called the main news broadcast simply RBC News 24. Then we changed to RBC News at 6, and then back to RBC News 24. And now we are finally called RBC Newsroom.
Oh, I see. I think I'm not sure, but if I had to make a theory why the RBC News got so like super popular, I would guess it due to like people being like interested in like unusual things in Roblox, like Eurovision simulations have just like gone viral on like social medias because people are associating Eurovision with Roblox, which is basically like never happened before. Like I remember when I was like 9 or 10, I got my socks blown off by like these Roblox airlines because I thought like it was unachievable. But people like you and your company, you guys do the impossible. Thank you.
I also want to point out about the news broadcasts. I think what's really good in your guys' favor, which first of all, the numbers speak for themselves, 25,000 views for one of your broadcasts. Not bad at all, especially in the Roblox entertainment space, so kudos to you guys. But I guess the other thing that I think is a very good thing is how much of a broad audience you guys can bring your channel to. Like your channel can reach out to such a broad audience because I mean I took a peek at your channel a little bit. The news packages you guys provided talks about a lot of Roblox events that happened, the hunt, the classic, you name it. And to inform the people and to inform a very broad audience is not a bad strategy. Speaking of strategy, before we move on to RBC Song Contest, I have one more question about RBC News. My only question was, did you guys plan for the success of RBC News? Because it's, again, like I said, the numbers speak for themselves. Did you guys plan on it being successful? I didn't really catch that.
Absolutely not. Max started doing it for fun, and I just started doing it to fix the look of the news. I honestly don't even know why did we decide to start making these broadcasts, lol.
Well, we're so happy that luck was in your favor. Moving on now to the RBC Song Contest. You did talk about it a little bit. I'm trying to find it. We talked about the star. You know, you guys didn't have the right audience for that. You guys wanted to bring back RBC Song Contest, but you doubt it will happen. You know, apparently, according to our notes here, a lot of people seemed interested in it. You guys hosted an allocation draw for it. In the end, it didn't happen. And trust me, Casper and I have been through it. We know that a Eurovision type production is difficult. But I know you guys said that you guys plan on making another one. Do you guys have anything to maybe anything different to try and make it better?
Well, I did actually make a format for it a while back. If we make another song contest, we would limit the contestants to no more than 10, and we would make it kind of like a national final instead of a Eurovision ripoff. As in, the countries would actually be districts, or even just more focus on the singer. We actually also thought about making it all pre-recorded, so we could have animations and cool-looking graphics at the cost of live audience. We also thought about making the songs in Blender instead of Roblox. We never got far into the production, though. These were all just ideas that kind of died.
Got it. And I mean, again, like we said, we know that making a Eurovision production is difficult. Let's shift to a more positive note with the success of your company. Casper, you can take the reins on this one.
All right, thank you. As we're all here aware of, last year was a huge year for RBC. I mean, a huge one. And one of the things that you guys were able to accomplish was to build a brand new headquarters. Well, unfortunately, I haven't been able to visit it yet, but from what I've been told, it looks absolutely stunning, and there's no doubt it's one of the best out there. If we just look at how many visits it has, we can see that it almost has 200,000 visits, and that's incredible. Could you tell us how the HQ was made behind the scenes, and when did you start working on it, and how long did it take for it to be finished?
Well, the idea for the headquarters came to me in late 2022, and I started making some concepts for it, but I didn't start working on them until June 2024. I then finished them 2 months later, and we opened in late August 2024.
Wait, so you're telling me you finished development in like less than 4 months?
Yes, 2 months. Lol, actually. Behind it laid months of planning and design, though.
If I'm not mistaken here, you finished it. You began like constructing and you finished it within like half a quarter of a year, like in less than a quarter of a year. I mean, that's honestly impressive. Like from like the productions that I've been in previously, it just takes like so much time because everybody's like not motivated. And it took you guys 4 months to build your headquarters. Kind of impressed.
How long did the planning take? Do you know that for sure?
I started planning these headquarters in January, I believe, and started thinking about what should be in them, and started making mood boards and authoring ideas. I think in March, I started drawing them, and then finally in May, I had everything ready to start bulighting. I actually had a lot of the furniture and sets ready as well.
Well, it seems you have a very organized company going around, which I think a lot of other Roblox entertainment peeps in the space probably envy. So kudos to your part. Before we end the interview, I do want to ask you something. What new projects are you working on behind the scenes in your company? Could you maybe spoil us with shows that we can expect in a Roblox entertainment summer coming up?
Well, I don't think we have any secret project going on at the moment, but we are working on bringing Good Morning Roblox back, and we are also thinking about maybe making some sports broadcasts. However, we haven't announced that anywhere, so I guess that's an exclusive. Lol. Honestly, I don't even remember the projects we're doing right now. Lol.
Must be a lot to handle.
Yes, it's a bit much, lol.
Casper, do you have anything else you want to say?
I don't have anything else to say. Thank you for your time,
Yeah.
Johnny.
Thank you so much for having me. I have to say that I loved you guys as hosts, and I really love the set you guys have. So great job with that and the interview. Those were some nice questions.
Well, Joni, thank you so much for tuning into the interview, and thank you guys for watching the interview as well, exclusively on RoTV. If you want to see more stuff like this, you can always tune into the other stuff happening on RoTV. You don't want to miss it. I'm Grady Catalano.
I'm Casper, and this was the interview.
We wish you a good night.
Tune in to the next episode.